from the station putting local first. You're watching Studio 9.
Welcome to Studio 9. I'm your host, Robert Bettis. This is Positive Southwest Living, a chance to be a tourist in your own town. We have a great show for you today. First of all, we're going to meet a local business owner whose first experience in El Paso was a giant tumbleweed smacking him in the face on the tarmac at Fort Bliss. Next, those varicose veins, especially on your lower leg, they're ugly, but they also may be a sign of a more serious medical situation. And we'll go over to Trattoria Sera for a dish so delicious and authentic, it reminds me of a Francis Ford Coppola movie. But first, the State Line Restaurant. It is an El Paso staple, but did you know it's actually a New Mexico restaurant? I'll literally show you the State Line. If you want great food and you want to go local and you want an El Paso staple, well, a few restaurants come to mind. L&J, Roscoe Burger, Chico's, one of my favorites, Rosa's Cantina, and of course, the State Line. And that's where I am right now. Joining me is Kevin McGuire. He's the Assistant General Manager. Kevin, you have been here since 1984, sir.
Yes, sir.
That must mean you're doing something right here at State Line.
Hopefully, we're still learning, but still cooking that good Texas barbecue.
Oh, and it is in that sauce. Oh my gosh. This really is an El Paso staple.
Absolutely, we're an icon for sure. We started in 1976. We started our 1977 here in El Paso. In 1976, we opened up, Bruce Walcott opened up the county line on the hill. And after a year of opening that restaurant up, he decided he wanted to come to UTEP and finish his degree. And while he was here doing that, he decided to open up the State Line Restaurant. And we've been here ever since.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about this pandemic, because in Texas and New Mexico, there are totally different rules right now. And a lot of people drive up and they say, oh, the State Line, it's in El Paso, right? But you'd say, oop, hold on.
Right. So when you do drive up, you are in Texas. But as soon as you walk through that front door, you're in New Mexico. And depending on where you sit in the restaurant, you're either in Texas or New Mexico. We go by New Mexico state law because our bar is located in New Mexico.
So you're saying that the State Line literally runs through your lobby.
Absolutely.
Right by the receiving desk, and then the bar is in New Mexico, so you have to fall under New Mexico restaurant rules.
Exactly.
Okay, so what's the difference between the Texas rules and the New Mexico rules as of now?
As of right now, first of all, Texas restaurants can dine in 50%. 50% of their occupancy can dine inside, whereas New Mexico you cannot. Both states can do obviously outside dining at 50% and curbside all you want, but the dining for us has really affected us through this pandemic. Not having the people being able to come in and sit down and dine in like we're used to is really affected us.
So they can still come eat on the patio?
Absolutely.
And while
we're
it's
still
warm,
serving it up.
Who doesn't want to eat on the patio? That's nice. You can call ahead and they'll run it out to your car. You can take all that barbecue home.
Exactly. So you can come in, you can obviously sit out here. We have full service out here. We can still serve you liquor, margaritas, any beer that you want, and then our great Texas barbecue. Or you can pack it up. We can pack it up for you and you can take it to go. Or you can call us and we'll just run it out to you and you come by and pick it up.
Bottom line, Kevin, what would you say to those people who really love this restaurant and other New Mexico restaurants? What's the best thing we can do to make sure these great restaurants keep on going right through this pandemic?
Well, we're doing everything that we can to do what we can utilize the space that we do have out here. We just ask for the support that everybody has given us for 40 plus years, 42 years. And it's been a hard 2020, and it's been hard for everybody. And we'll get to the new norm, whatever that's gonna be, we don't know, but whatever it is, we'll make it work. we'll make it work.
Kevin, God bless you. God bless this wonderful restaurant. Hope for the best. If you want more information on the deliciousness here at the State Line, you go to ktsm.com. Don't forget to click on that Studio 9 tab. Thank you, State Line. And sorry, Fifi, there's not anything left on that bone for you. Coming up, if you like it super clean, I'm going to introduce you to a business owner whose first experience in El Paso was not so good. Stay tuned.
Good. Cool. All right. We clean El Paso.
The man we're about to talk to, you've seen him on TV with his big giant cleaning crew, Monarch Cleaning Services.
Hi, I'm Thomas Taylor, owner of Monarch Building Services. We've been cleaning for over 35 years.
Yes, that's right. He moved here in 1975, and out in a dust storm, a big tumbleweed hit him in the face, and he vowed to himself, I will never come back to El Paso, Texas. Well, joining me now is a man who moved here and loves this town. This is Thomas Taylor. Thomas, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Robert.
So, the military, like so many, brought you to our town, and of course the weather does get a little harsh sometimes, so paint that picture.
Yes, well, I was on the tarmac and I thought I will never come back here again. I had never seen a tumbleweed coming from Connecticut, you know. And
where are you from in Connecticut?
Waterbury, Connecticut.
What, is that near Hartford?
Yes.
Hartford.
Yes, Hartford.
Hartford. Okay, and so here comes the dust, here comes the tumbleweed.
And I thought I'd never come back. I was trying to go to Hawaii, and the Army kept sending me everywhere else.
Yeah.
Finally, I landed back here the second tour, and I loved it. I got to get off the base, meet the people, friendliest people you could ever meet. I have relatives that come to El Paso now, and they say, oh my God, I can't believe these people talk to you. And you know, it's just amazing.
So what do you mean, like, they come in from Hartford or Connecticut,
yes,
and they meet El Pasoans and they say, wow, it's different here.
It's different here. They're friendly.
It's loving.
Yes, they'll see people walk up to me and talk about something, and they're looking at me like, did you know that person? And I'm like, no, that's the way we are here. And they're blown away. You know, back home, you stand in line. Now we have COVID, we stand in line away from each other.
Right.
They were doing that up there before.
Oh.
You had to stay your distance.
Oh.
You know, and here
they'd be like, hey, who's this guy?
Yeah, you're coming up on me too close, you know, yeah.
You know, that's true. A lot of people, and Thomas, that is exactly how it goes. People move to El Paso, they're like, it's kind of deserty, you got the dust storms, I don't know. then you fall in love.
Yes.
And people are so sweet, and it's great. So you own a big company now. Did you have that entrepreneurial bug when you were young? I want to own my own company, or how did you start this business?
Well, I thought about, I went to school for mechanics. So I was a certified mechanic at one time, and I thought about owning my own mechanic shop. But I started working for someone because of this girl, but that's a longer story.
And one we don't want to go into.
Yeah, we don't want to go into that one. Didn't keep the girl.
No.
But,
Okay.
but I ended up working for a guy who had a cleaning service, and I learned there. Plus, when I was in high school, I worked at a hospital cleaning. So I kind of knew, that from there. And it just kind of happened by accident. My old boss was became a doctor, and he asked me if he'd like to buy him out. So I did. And in 1983 is when I took over and started building it from there.
And Monarch Cleaning Services, or Monarch Building Services, took off from there. How many people you have working for you?
Right now we have about 70.
Wow.
70 employees.
Okay, and in the age of COVID, how has business altered? Have you had to change some stuff?
We've had to change the disinfecting. Now people realize how important cleaning is, because a lot of times we're the front line defense against pathogens and germs and things before people can even catch them. So now we realize that, and we're getting more calls for disinfecting services, those kind of things. We started electrostatic disinfecting, which is amazing. When we electrostatic spray, it encompasses every part of that equipment or whatever you're trying to disinfect, or the room.
Now,
it's amazing.
Forgive me, but electrostatic
spray, yes. It's a machine that it charges the spray so that it's looking for something to adhere to.
Oh.
So if I were to spray your desk, for say, every pencil and everything on the desk would be disinfected.
Sucked right up to that chemical and disinfected.
And it stays there. The new disinfectant we use can last 30 to 90 days, as long as you're not using a high pH cleaner to remove it. Leaves a coating on there. So if someone comes in with a pathogen on their hands and touches it, it's still going to be able to kill, which is great. It's really good stuff.
Okay, so Thomas, we can't stop the springtime dust storms, can we?
No, we cannot. I've learned that.
So you might be on the tarmac, and here comes a tumbleweed the size of a Honda right at you. But you can clean it up after the dust storm.
Exactly. I've actually seen tumbleweeds as large as tumbleweed is a Honda. Yeah.
Thomas, thank you so much. So if you want more information about Monarch Building Services, well, you just click on our website, ktsm.com, and hit that Studio 9 tab. Thank you, Thomas Taylor. You're the best. Varicose veins. We've all seen them down at the bottom of our leg, and they're ugly, but could they mean more than just a superficial discoloring? Yes, a more significant medical situation. Coming up.
Is your water at home really doing its job? KTSM, Purity Bay, and the Good Water Guy are giving away a water filtration system. Log on to ktsm.com and click on the Promotions tab to enter.
I remember when I was younger, my grandmother used to talk about varicose veins, and I wondered, what is that and why does that affect older women? Well, it's something that doesn't affect just older women, and it's something that if you have it, might mean a much more serious medical situation that you need to take care of. It isn't just cosmetic. Joining me now is Dr. Emmanuel Anekwe. Dr. Anekwe, thank you for having us here at Arteries and Veins. You've got 3 locations, right?
Right. So we have the East location, West, and El Paso location, and Las Cruces location.
Okay, so these varicose veins, these are like purpley dark veins that you kind of see toward the bottom of your leg and stuff. And I used to think, well, they're just unsightly, just put up with it. You say, oh no, it's a warning sign.
Right. So when people hear varicose vein, interestingly, there are folks who actually believe that it's nothing to worry about. It's a bunch of veins, especially the men, a bunch of veins that are protruding through their legs and has really never bothered them.
Well,
so,
hold on, you're saying men need to be looking for this too?
right.
Oh, this
Yeah.
isn't just my grandma.
No, it affects both men and women, but the men are usually more in denial than the women.
I see. Okay, so if you notice that your veins are looking dark or purpley, okay, so what should they do?
So typically the first thing first is by the time you're seeing those prominent veins on your legs, it's telling you that something is going on with your vein system that has been long standing. It didn't just happen when you saw those veins coming through your legs. It's been going on way before that.
And what's happening in there?
So what really happens is that the body has 2 segments of veins, the superficial one right underneath your skin and the deep vein system. So the problem with varicose vein is more of the superficial veins. So it gets to the point where it cannot contain the blood that is within the chambers, and part of its response is to begin to get bigger. And it's in getting bigger that they begin to show up underneath the skin.
What's the worst case scenario with something like this?
So really the worst case scenario is having leg ulcers that is chronic. You're trying to address the ulcers with wound care. It's not responding, or sometimes they will spontaneously respond, but a few years after they will come. The other issue with this is that you may not realize it in the course of a shower or a scrub. All of a sudden the vein pops open and you begin to bleed, and the bleeding will not stop, and you have to be in the emergency room to begin to try and address that. So there's that. And then of course there's also the fact that when those veins have that blood pulled in, it could actually end up causing what they call superficial vein thrombophlebitis. It means blood is sitting in a particular area for a long time and it begins to clot. So when it clots, you can have pain, excruciating pain and discomfort that is superficial, but also can in some cases lead, depending on the deep perforators, if you're going to have what they call deep vein thrombosis. So most patients get worried when they hear, oh, I have a blood clot in my vein. But when they show up, they don't have deep vein thrombosis. What they have is superficial vein thrombosis, which is due to the varicose vein. It's important to know that the fundamental issue with varicose vein is a valve problem. So they're what they call valves in those veins that basically flap like my hands are. And when all of a sudden they become incompetent, they do not shut properly. So it keeps blood stagnated.
Dr. Anekwe, excellent information. So if you see any of the veins starting to show up, you need to come into Arteries and Veins right away. They actually have free screenings to tell you what you need to do. If you want more information, go to ktsm.com and click on that Studio 9 tab. Well, unfortunately, my test says I need to upgrade that to a full scan, so I'm gonna get right on that. In the meantime, I'm starving. I want something delicioso right when we come back. Hey everyone, this is Studio 9. This is Positive Southwest Living. So send us your ideas for segments. Cool people, interesting places, things to do. Bet us at ktsm.com.
Is your water at home really doing its job? KTSM, Purity Bay, and the Good Water Guy are giving away a water filtration system. Log on to ktsm.com and click on the Promotions tab to enter.
Benvenuti, which of course means welcome. I am here at Trattoria Bella Sera, which means beautiful evening roadhouse. And of course, this is where you'd want to come for delicious Italian food. Joining me now is Giuliana Cristina Lede Ardini Olvera. Nice to see you, Giuliana.
Nice to see you.
Oh, it looks like a beautiful dish that you have prepared. And you know, in Italian, we're having a little snack here, huh? A little snack,
un pochino,
a
un pochino.
Just a little something to tide you over.
5 minuti in la cucina, 5 minutes in the kitchen.
5 minutes and we whip it up. Okay, so we've got, of course, we've got the delicious authentic meatballs, and we've got the calamari, and we have the antipasta salad, and we have my favorite, the cannoli.
The cannoli.
But sitting in front of me is a seafood dish, and oh my goodness, it it smells so good.
Pappardelle alla pescatore.
May I try it?
Certo.
Oh gosh.
Buon
Okay.
appetito.
Oh, thank you. Oh, what is this that you're pouring here?
Adesso ne a glass of moscato.
Okay, let me smell. I better focus on my delicious seafood because is too delicious over there. How do you prepare this?
Oh, we see. How can you tell me what's in it? We have some fresh pasta with a zesty lemon
Oh, it's spicy.
and spices.
But just right. Not hot, just
No,
Oh, it's so
it's
good.
got some wine in it.
Oh, it's delicious. How else do you what is and it's got pasta in there
Yeah,
too.
that one is fresh pasta.
And you also have some, look at this,
Those are mussels.
mussels. Let me try one of that right here. It's delicious. So,
This is a dish that my mother used to make on a regular basis. This is a very peasant dish that we have on a daily basis in Italy. Very inexpensive.
it's so delicious. And let's say that you want to come and dine inside, of course.
Yes.
Trattoria Bella Sera is perfectly sterile, is that correct?
Yes,
And
we
everything
are.
is clear?
Yes, we are.
But what if people want to, what if they want to take it home? Can they call
Of
and
course
pick it
they
up?
can. We have quite a few people that order to-go dinner, and we have it ready in less than 20 minutes for them to take and to enjoy at home with their family in the safety of their family.
Juliana, I don't know what is coming over me, but I'm feeling as though that if you have a big family, you really need to come here and order the food because it is absolutely delicious.
I believe so.
Do you have a big family?
I sure do.
What would you say to the people of El Paso that have a big family?
Come over and eat, or take it home to eat.
They can come over and you want to do it just right, right?
We do it all right.
So pay attention to what Juliana is saying here and try some of this delicious food. It's so good. Thank you so much, Juliana.
You're welcome.
You're doing a good job for the family.
Prego,
You made
prego.
some beautiful food for me today.
Ma grazie a lei.
Oh, grazie, grazie. And if you want more information, you go to ktsm.com. You click on the Studio 9. Juliana Amore. All right, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Studio 9, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, keep the ideas coming. Email me at rvettis@ktsm.com. Until then, keep smiling, keep shining El Paso.